An update tonight on Baby the deer and the woman who kept him as a pet in Fayette County.
Barry Pintar has new information from the Game Commission about Baby's future and the latest on the charges filed against his former owner.
By way of reminder, this is the story about a woman named Tammy Sherry in Fayette County who had a pet deer. She found it at a few weeks old, raised it as her own, lived there for 2 years. She had it vaccinated, castrated, even had a collar with a name tag on it, and the deer roamed the neighborhood, much loved by not only Tammy and her housemate, but by the entire neighborhood. Then this happened. After 2 years, the Game Commission shows up and takes the deer. Sherry and her neighbors are heard yelling, "You're hurting him, don't take him." Tammy allegedly interferes with the Game Commission's work and is arrested. We now know the charges have been dropped. According to the Pennsylvania Game Commission, on March 6th, the Fayette County District Attorney withdrew the charges. The Game Commission tells KDKA it will not refile these charges. Now to the explosion of social media demands to return Baby. The Game Commission told KDKA today, quote, "Moving forward, the white-tailed deer will continue to be cared for at a fully licensed and permitted wildlife sanctuary. The Commission has determined that it will oppose any request for return of the white-tailed deer to Ms. Sherry, as any future possession would constitute unlawful possession of the Commonwealth's property." The Commission went on to say it believes that it has met its mission and it is determined to continue to investigate, apprehend, and prosecute, if necessary, any person unlawfully removing wildlife from the wild, from the woods and waters of this Commonwealth. So what's next? What's next for Tammy and much of that neighborhood is getting Baby back. Though the Game Commission repeatedly tells KDKA the deer cannot be returned. It was a wild animal. It now will live out its life in a sanctuary. The deer will not be going back home. But Tammy and literally thousands and thousands of followers on social media who comment on this story pretty much every day say they will not rest until Baby is brought back home. We will continue to follow this story and bring you any updates as they become available. Reporting for KDKA-TV News, I'm Barry Pintar.